something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then, like, I begin to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not
Like,
looking. You're not even.
But I'm gonna tell you something else.
I think people should refrain from calling Ayesha Curry stupid or something like that, because, you know, she's married and people are saying that she shouldn't be saying things like that. I think still they should refrain from saying things like that because, you know, in a few of my videos I give people the difference between what is wise and what is not wise. And I don't think she said anything wrong. I just think that she said something that was not wise. But that is somebody's wife, you know, and I wouldn't want nobody calling my wife stupid or anything like that if she was to say something like that on social media or TV. So I just don't think it's nice. Now, Ayesha Curry did say some things about what she desired, you know, from what I'm hearing. She said things like, she said something like she wasn't getting the attention. Her husband, Steph Curry, we all know Steph Curry, he gets a lot of attention from a lot of women because he's a basketball star. He's a handsome fella. She feels that, she didn't say she desires guys. She just says that, she just wants that attention, even if she doesn't, that wasn't a wise thing to say. I'm not coming down on her. We want to be very sensitive, but we want to direct others in another way. That's not wise because, we send signals, to the media and other guys and other women. It's just sometimes, like Cardi B, she says a lot of things is not wise. I made a couple of videos about her. I love Cardi B, love her music, praying for her marriage. But, you can set a lot of landmines when you put out information like that about you desiring male attention, being married, because it says something, it sends a signal, and it says something about, because the husband he's responsible for nurturing you with that type of attention. He is your covering. So he's the one that is responsible and should be the leader of supplying you and nurturing you and adorning you with that type of attention, whether he be on the road or you two are together. On the road, of course it's more difficult. He's a basketball star who travels all around the world, but so that has its challenges. But you kind of, ladies, we don't want to expose what should kind of be held in confidence about, what we desire. It's natural for a woman to want to be pursued and desired. She's married, so I don't think that should have been said on social media, because they could just take that and just run all over with it. But now I think that opens up a bag of worms. I think Steph Curry's he's probably wise enough to take what has been said, and I think they're gonna regroup from it. But it could be hard. It could be very hard because, like I said, saying that you desire attention from men the way your husband desires attention from women, that can just explode. You know, that can just explode, because now what if men start to come at you because they know that's a vulnerability. So that's a vulnerability that you exposed to social media, when that was something that, you know, you kind of should have just discussed with your husband. But maybe, was it a show that she was on, some type of talk show? So maybe the talk show that she was on, I mean, women are, you know, they're emotionally wired. Men are emotional too, but women are a little bit more emotionally wired, and I think that was something that she didn't intend to come on there and say, but it came out. And, you know, it's hard for them to conceal what's in their heart and what's on their mind and their emotions. So I think that was something that, you know, she should have discussed with her husband. And I'm sure Steph Curry is a loving husband. He would have tended to that need, you know, to the best of his ability. So, you know, so just you know, in general, guys, ladies, you know, don't shoot subs out there. I'm just gonna just shift gears a little bit. Don't shoot subs out there about what you lack or what is going on in your relationship on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that. Don't shoot subs out there unless you want that type of attention, unless you can handle that type of negative and some positive attention. You know, the wise thing to do, if that is an issue in your relationship, is to take that to someone who is skilled and compassionate and maybe even spiritually inclined to assist you in that area. You know, maybe 1 or 2 people. But when you going through it with your boo and you start putting stuff like, you know, people don't know how to come home.
Did you know they were saved too?
Yeah, I heard, you know, I know Steph Curry's a man of God, and
so is she.
She's a man of God, so, you know,
a woman of God.
A woman of God. I'm pretty sure that they had people that they could have went to discuss that issue with, because like I said, it's like you open up a bag of worms. Like they say, you give the devil a foothold. And from what I'm hearing, social media is just ripping her apart, like saying she's stupid and, you know, like, big, you got all that you everything that you want. Why would you want that? You married, blah, blah, blah. And they're just ripping her apart. They can rebound off of it, but, you know, I just don't think it was wise. Like I said, there's no right and wrong in it. She didn't do anything wrong, but I don't think it was wise. Wisdom sometimes it just supersedes what's right and wrong, what's lawful or unlawful. There are things that are lawful. They're not against the law, but it's just not wise to do. You know what I mean?
So what would you do if your wife expressed that?
On like out in the public and social media and stuff like that? If she expressed it in social media, I think I would just shut out the fact that she did it into social media, and I would take her out, or I would meet with her in a place and just talk with her about it. Between me and her, you know, it wouldn't be something angry or anything like that, because if I come at her like, yo, why would you say that on social media, it would signify that I care more about what the media feels, or what the media is going to feel about me or think about me, rather than her feelings. That's her feelings. She expressed it on social media, and I would nurture that emotion and that feeling and that need first, and then I'll say, but honey, you expressing it on social media compounded the issue. But we can handle that issue now that we've got it together within ourselves. We can then clasp hands together and walk out there and be like, we're straight. That's not something that will happen again. We're straight. But you know how social media is. This can go on for another 2 years, you know, until something else goes on. And being that they are a Christian couple, it's just going to make it that much more of it can make it that much more of a piece of bait for, you know, the devil to jump on. You know, they're going to feed it all types of stuff. You know, you don't know what kind of memes and stuff will come out of this. You know, they're gonna have stuff like he's flying away on a plane. She got it. You know, it could just. So you know, I hope they can rebound and you know, seek more wisdom in that area, and I think they will. You know, so. And another thing hit me about the AYESHA issue. She came out. She expressed that she was not getting like attention from men like her husband STEPH is getting attention from women. Another thing I was just thinking about, you know, and I couldn't let this point pass, is the simple fact AYESHA is not, like a lot of women, isn't getting a lot of male attention because of the shift in society. Like, this is a difference. Like, I'm a 40 and over, and I'm gonna speak to my 40 and over group out there. The difference between the 40 and over and the 20, you know, the 20 and uppers, you know, the millennials, is like, it's a whole different social shift there. Like, for instance, you know, in the 90s, whatever, late 80s, mid 80s, 90s, it wasn't called harassment when a guy say, like, hollered respectfully at a girl, you know, if she was at the bus stop or, you know, going to school, going to work or something like that. Like, in today's society, you know, you holler at a chick in the supermarket or somebody at work, you know, in a store, or somebody that's going to work, it's harassment. You know, they got things like the Me Too movement. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a different shift today. You know, you like called like a creep or something if you holler at somebody, or you might send them a friend request or something like that. It's a different feel right now. It's a different time, you know. So guys of all ages are not as aggressive as they would be, like, say, in the 90s, where, you know, hollering, talking to a woman, you know, as she passed by, was not like ill. You know, you say something to a woman and she walking to the bus stop or somewhere, or getting ready to get in a lift, and it's like, ill? He said something to me. You know what I mean? It's like, it's different. Whereas I come from the, yo, baby, can I talk to you? Hey, ma, can I talk to you? You know what I'm saying? Can I talk to you for 5 minutes? You know what I'm saying? What's your name? You know, what's your sign or whatever? You know, we came from that smooth rapping thing, and it wasn't all game, just trying to get in your drawers. So that's one reason. It's a social shift that has happened from, say, you know, early 90s, you know, to now. Another reason I don't think that the AYESHAs and, you know, married or unmarried, a lot of beautiful and attractive women are not getting hollers or that level of attention that they would have back in, you know, the late 80s and 90s, is because of, I think, social media itself, these phones. You got guys that are on their phone so much, like they backs are hunched over, mostly the millennials, you know. And as they're on their phones, their eyes is being, you know, they're consuming so many fatties, so many, you know, beautifully shaped women that they're overindulged. So now it's like they're desensitized to the average beautiful woman or decent looking woman that's walking by on the street, because you've taken in so many images, you know, porn, whatever, you know what I'm saying, thought and shaking, you know what I'm saying, twerking, women with these humongous, you know, rumps and breasts and beautiful faces that once you've taken so much, the average woman does not appease you anymore. So now you don't even bother making eye contact with the you know, with the roundaway girl, or even a girl that's up 2 levels, like, because you're over consumed from what you're seeing on this. That one woman that's walking to work in them scrubbies, or even got on a nice pair of beautiful jeans and high heels or whatever she got on, you know, cannot compare to the 600 images that he took into his eye gate before he walked out of the house. You can't compare. You just you know what I mean? Unfortunately. So the challenge that the women of today, the AYESHAs and the average beautiful looking young lady is having, is that these men have just taken so much in from what we got on the phone. You know, worlds like hip hop. You can go in there. That's like soft porn right there. You know what I mean? And then regular the hard porn, whatever. So I think that you know, you look at the average woman or guy, they don't even, eye contact is a thing of the past too. You know, you speak to a woman these days and they don't even make eye contact. Their heads down because everybody's into these phones. You know, so Quint's advice, you know, is, you know, on this issue is, you know, put that phone down for a second. Put that phone down for 15, challenge yourself, put that phone down for 15 minutes. Even if you're about to watch a Quint's advice video. Put the phone down for 15 minutes, pray, look at the birds go by, you know, in the sky, you know, look at the sky, look at the water, something like that, you know. Close your eyes, you know, do something, take a nature walk, and, you know, appreciate just nature, and get your eyes, you know, purify your eyes, give your eyes and your brain a rest, because you're taking in so much images and information, both good and bad, that it desensitizes you to regular socialization. So that's Quint's advice on that issue. I've been tapping on for the past, I've been on this vegan diet, and I found out that a lot of things that men have been eating, this is the third reason, a lot of foods that men have been eating, all the way down to the foam cups that you drink your coffee out of in the morning, you know, with the fried sugars. The cups take down your testosterone. Foam cups, when you put hot water in it, they drop your testosterone. Certain foods that we eat, we overindulge in alcohol, that drops your testosterone. Little bit does not. A little bit of alcohol actually increases your testosterone, but a lot, your testosterone, you know, it goes out the window. And testosterone is the male hormone that causes the male to be sexually aggressive, to cause the male testosterone is the hormone that causes the male to desire women, to desire his hunt. He said the tiger comes out of a man when his testosterone levels are high. So Quint's advice to men is y'all need to really check your, you know, go to the doctor, get your blood pulled, and check your testosterone levels. Your testosterone levels should be at a certain level if you're 20, 25, 30, 35. Now when you're hitting 40, it becomes a challenge. So you want to, you know, certain foods you want to make sure will give you a testosterone boost. You want, I'll give you a few, but you have to watch some of my other videos to get the full info on that one. But, you know, raw honey, watermelon, oranges, the citrus in the oranges boosted testosterone. And that is my third reason why a lot of guys aren't giving these women attention. Your testosterone levels are low. Testosterone is the natural hormone that causes a man to actually look at a woman. So if your testosterone levels are low, you're taking in massive amount of porn and beautiful images of women on your cell phones, and your diet, you're overindulging in alcohol and high fat foods, which impede your circulation. All of those things lead to you men having a big decline and decrease. And of course, I talked about the social shift that has occurred from, say us 80 guys, I'm 46, but say us 80, I was born in 73. Us guys, we would hunt and pursue a woman, man, with letters, roses, songs. We'd be singing and following them, these days that would be harassment. That would be, Me Too movement. That's like you're a creep or anything like that. So I think society in a whole, with the overwhelming pornography, the poor diet, and the social shift, the media, the social media that we have has kind of contributed to a big decline in men's pursuing women, talking to women, the eye-to-eye contact, looking into a person's eyes, looking into their soul, through their eyes, talking with them over dinner. Now you go to a restaurant, you see people, you see couples on their phones and they just, both of their heads are down, So it's this, the eye-to-eye contact. Eye-to-eye contact alone ignites desire, passion. You talk with your eyes, and you don't have to say much with your mouth, because but you look at a woman in her eyes, her head is down. So that's been cut. So AYESHA and STEPH, there's a lot of speculation as to why she is not getting the attention that she desires. I still have refrained from jumping on her about that expression. I just said that it was unwise for her to say it, but I just felt, led, and it just hit my mind to dig a little deeper and look at, on a whole, why women are not being pursued in 2019 as opposed to 1980, 85. There's a big decline. Dudes don't know how to talk because they're doing too much of this. Chicks don't know how to look a man in his eye because she's doing too much of this. Her confidence is low. There's a lot of stuff going on in her brain and her soul that she's so hurt. A lot of pain that she's dealing with. Discouragement, disappointment, that she cannot look a man in his eye. And so men are just not, they're just not, that tiger in a man is just not, it's just declining so rapidly as this world spins goes in a downward spiral socially. There's a big social decline. And it's painful for women of this age, both young and old, because they're wired for that type of attention. AYESHA is wired for that type of attention. Whether or not she should be seeking it from all men rather than her husband is not the issue. The issue is that I think that it was a cry out for all women who dress beautifully. They're single, or just regular women, and they are on their way to work and no men are talking to them. So, you know, there's you know, Quint's advice, put that phone down for a little while. And, you know, men and women, and learn how to speak, learn how to say hello. Let's bring that back, because we're doing too much of this, and it has really brought to the, you know, our mouths aren't moving anymore. You know, it has really destroyed our ability to express, convey, and just speak. So we're learning how to do less of this and more of this, and that's terrible. Listen, like, subscribe. Don't subscribe if it hasn't helped you. If this video has helped you and has brought some enlightenment to your mind, your heart, your spirit, click on that subscribe button and the notification button, and you'll be notified every time I make a video. Every time the Almighty gives me some inspiration to say something, I will come to this camera and make the video, and you'll be the first to know. Love you like red wine and dark chocolate. Peace out.